Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
You might not think about it much, but the market for tool bags, it's actually, well, it's a fascinating indicator of global economic activity.
Yeah, it really is.
And it's booming, a
Yeah.
serious upward trajectory.
Indeed. And what our source material shows is how um, even a seemingly niche segment, like tools and accessories, can give us these really profound insight
Insights into what?
into broader economic shifts, societal trends. We've got detailed data here, forecasts.
Yeah.
It really paints a picture.
Right. So our mission for this deep dive then is to explore that global landscape, the tool bags market, where it's heading up to 2033.
Exactly.
And get ready, because it's probably a much bigger story than you imagine.
It absolutely is. Let's start with the big numbers. Back in 2021, the global tool beds market was valued at about $583.62 million.
Okay, over $500 million.
Yeah, but here's the forward look. By 2033, it's expected to hit $181.27 million.
Wow, over $1 billion.
Right. That's a compound annual growth rate, a CAGR, of 5.273%, which is, pretty robust.
And that CAGR, just quickly, that means?
Simply put, it's the average annual growth rate over that specific time period, consistent growth year on year.
Got it. So that overall CAGR over 5%, that signals some really solid upward momentum, doesn't it?
It does.
It hints at more than just, like, a niche product getting popular. It points to maybe fundamental shifts in economies, how work gets done.
That's exactly it. It's not just a straight lineup. It's dynamic. We're talking about going from that $583 million in 2021 to hitting around $716.8 million by 2025, so pretty soon.
Great.
And then soaring past that billion-dollar mark by 2033, it's a significant path for tool bags. Shows real underlying demand.
So which regions are really pushing this? Where's the momentum coming from?
Good question. Let's zoom in a bit, starting with North America. Clearly a powerhouse here. It had a big chunk of the revenue in 2021, about $167.5 million.
Right.
And that's projected to grow to nearly $290 million by 2033. The CAGR there is about 4.675%.
Still strong growth.
Yeah.
So what does that dominance in North America tell us? Is it like all the home improvement shows paying off? Or more professional trades work?
Well, it's likely a bit of both. The data suggests, yes, the U.S. is dominant within North America, projected to hit over $233 million itself. And yeah, part of that is the strong DIY culture, home renovations.
Right.
We've seen that trend.
Definitely.
But it's also a clear signal of a healthy professional trade sector. Maybe an aging workforce being replaced, new apprentices needing gear.
Right, needing good, reliable ways to carry tools.
Exactly. And Canada and Mexico, they're smaller markets, sure, but also growing steadily. Canada's actually got a slightly higher CFRGR than the U.S., over 5.2%.
Interesting. So healthy expansion across the board there.
Yep.
Okay, so from North America's sort of established strength, let's go across the pond to Europe. You mentioned it offers maybe more contrasts.
Yeah, Europe it's a fascinating study. The market value in 2021 was about $114 million, expected to reach nearly $199 million by 2033. So a respectable CGR overall, about 4.78%. But what's interesting is the variation within Europe.
How so?
Well, you look at Germany, performing very strongly, projected to grow to over $44 million, with a CGR over 5.4%.
Okay, strong manufacturing base, maybe infrastructure project.
That aligns, yeah. But then contrast that with, say, Russia, much more modest growth, a TGR under 3%, growing to just over $7 million.
Wow. Big difference.
Big difference. It shows, varied investment levels, different economic activity, maybe different market maturity across nations, even within one region.
And the other major European countries, UK, France.
They're generally seeing healthy growth, too. The UK is over 5% CGR, France a bit lower, around 4.2%, Italy, Spain, Sweden, mostly in that 4 to 5% range. So steady, diverse demand across the continent.
Okay, so Europe's got this varied but generally positive picture, but then you mentioned Asia-Pacific
Yes.
as the place where the expansion really, really takes off.
Absolutely. This is projected to be the most rapidly expanding region. Just look at the numbers, from about $220 million in 2021. To a projected $438 million by 2033. That's nearly double.
Wow.
And the CAGR is high, almost 5.9%.
So who are the key players driving that massive growth?
Well, China is clearly the regional powerhouse. It's expected to reach almost $147 million by 2033, with a strong CAGR over 6%.
Right, makes sense.
But India is a real standout, a remarkable CAGR of nearly 6.7%.
6.7%, that's huge.
It is. It means that market's set to more than double over the forecast period. Think about the rapid expansion there. Massive infrastructure projects, a growing middle class driving demand.
Incredible. And other countries in the region.
Also strong. Japan, South Korea, both just over 5% CAGR. Australia, Singapore, Taiwan, Southeast Asia, generally seeing KGRs above 5% too.
So connecting that to the bigger picture,
Yeah.
it's not just population, is it?
No. It's rapid urbanization, huge industrialization efforts, a massive expansion of skilled trades, construction. It's a region really on the move.
Just explosive growth, like you said. But okay, the story doesn't end with just North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific, right?
Not at all.
We're seeing healthy gains elsewhere, too. South America, Middle East, Africa. It sounds like this is truly global.
It really is. South America, for instance, posted healthy gains, a 5.5% CAGR overall, growing to over $75 million by 2033.
And any standouts there?
Yeah, Argentina's actually higher than the average, over 6% CAGR, and Chile's got one of the highest growth rates in the region, nearly 5.9%.
Okay. What about the Middle East?
Middle East projected to reach over $45 million by 2033, also a strong KGR, around 5.5%. And the UAE, particularly strong performance there, over 6% CAGR.
And Africa.
Africa's growing too, from about $17.5 million in 2021 to over $33 million by 2033. The CAGR is a bit lower, around 4.8%, but South Africa is contributing significantly with growth over 5.3%.
So if we connect this to the bigger picture, what's driving growth in these diverse regions?
Well, broadly, it's increasing industrialization, definitely significant infrastructure development happening, and growing consumer bases.
Can you give an example?
Sure. Think about the global push for green infrastructure. Wind farms, solar installations. That requires mobile workforces, specialized tools. They need bags.
Right, of course.
Or even the booming, gig economy skilled trades.
Yeah.
Plumbers, electricians, moving job to job. They need secure, portable storage. It's not just abstract trends. They directly fuel demand for things like tool bags.
Okay, so that brings us to the big question, doesn't it? So what? Why are tool bags, of all things, seeing such consistent growth everywhere? It can't just be coincidence.
No, definitely not. And the sources point to a few key drivers converging.
Like what?
Firstly, just a rising demand globally for organized, portable storage. Efficiency matters, right?
Absolutely. Saves time, frustration.
Secondly, expanding construction and industrial activity worldwide. We've talked about infrastructure, but also new manufacturing, urban development.
Okay.
And thirdly, don't discount the growing popularity of DIY culture, maybe accelerated by, people spending more time at home looking to save costs.
That makes so much sense.
And these all connect to those broader trends we mentioned: workforce mobility, people needing to carry tools more, and infrastructure development needing lots of specialized workers.
Yeah, you can picture it.
Yeah.
Whether it's the pro on a busy site needing that one tool fast or, the weekend DIYer trying to keep the garage tidy.
Exactly.
That organized bag is key. It saves time, keeps things safe. It speaks to this need for efficiency, for preparedness in work and, well, in life.
And it raises this important question, doesn't it? How seemingly simple products like a tool bag can actually reflect these profound shifts in economies, in lifestyles.
Yeah.
It's not just about carrying tools, it's about how work is evolving, how home life is changing, how economies are developing.
It truly does. I mean, we've traced this incredible journey, the global tool bags market going from, what, $500 million to potentially over $1 billion.
Quite the jump.
It just goes to show you, even these specialized markets offer really significant, sometimes surprising insights into global economic health, human behavior.
Definitely. The growth here is like a microcosm of these larger global trends. It tells us about economies expanding, trades adapting, even how people manage their hobbies and homes.
Yeah.
It really shows that knowledge is most valuable when you understand it, when you can apply it, even if it comes from a deep dive into something as specific as tool bags.
So thinking about all this,
Yeah.
what stands out to you about these numbers? Maybe you're seeing more tool bags around, or you're in an industry that relies on them. And maybe think about this as you go about your day. What other everyday items, these seemingly niche industries, might be acting as hidden barometers, for economic health or shifts in how we live? What does this steady, robust growth in tool bags suggest of the future of work, maybe entrepreneurship, or even just individual empowerment? Something to mull over.
Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at something you might not think much about, but is, well, really essential. The tool bags market.
Exactly.
We're talking about those carriers, the ones that are kind of the silent workhorses keeping everything organized, from like the hobbyist garage right up to the tradesperson's daily kit. It's a segment that's actually way more dynamic than you might first guess.
And that's really what we want to dig into today. For this deep dive, our whole mission is to kind of cut through the noise, pull out the key insights from the source material we've looked at, and basically give you a shortcut.
Right.
A shortcut to understanding what's going on in this surprisingly complex industry. We'll be trying to answer, what's really driving this market? What hurdles are they facing?
And what's coming next, right?
Yeah, what exciting stuff is on the horizon for tool bags.
So, okay, what is driving all this growth? I mean, if you've done any DIY lately, maybe picked up a hammer or paintbrush, you already know one of the biggest things here. That huge surge in do-it-yourself projects, home improvement stuff.
Yeah, it's massive.
And it's not just simple fixes anymore. It's this growing prosumer idea, right? Homeowners are tackling, pretty complex renovations.
More ambitious projects, definitely.
Yeah. Blurring the lines between amateur and pro. And that means they need tool storage that's more professional. Good organization, tough materials, and crucially, portability.
Portability is key.
Totally. I mean, picture juggling tools up on a ladder. A good tool bag isn't just nice to have. It's safer. It's way more efficient. Keeps your hands free. Tools right there. No constant climbing up and down.
And it's not just happening at home, is it? Beyond the DIY crowd, we're seeing huge expansion in construction, infrastructure, globally.
Right. Big projects.
Yeah, as cities grow and industry develops, especially in emerging economies, construction is just booming. And think about the folks on those sites, plumbers, electricians, masons, all sorts of technicians.
They need serious gear.
They absolutely rely on durable, mobile solutions for their equipment. These bags keep critical tools organized, protect them from, rough site conditions, and let workers move easily across these huge job sites. That directly impacts how fast projects get done and how efficient workers can be.
So, okay, new builds, big construction. But it's not just that. Who else needs these things? I found it pretty interesting learning about the demand from maintenance and repair techs across loads of different sectors.
Oh, yeah. MRO, maintenance, repair, and operations.
Exactly. HVAC, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, telecoms, electricians, appliance repair guys.
Whole range.
These field service roles, they need compact, ergonomic, really well-organized solutions. Quick access to the right tool is everything for them.
Makes the job faster, keeps the customer happy.
Precisely. So a good, rugged, portable tool bag with lots of compartments. It's basically standard issue in their service vans now.
But, for all this growth, it's not all smooth sailing. The industry faces some real challenges, like pretty stiff competition.
From what? Other bags?
Well, yeah, but also from other types of storage. Think about those rigid, hard-shell toolboxes, or even increasingly those modern tool backpacks.
Ah, right, the hard cases.
Yeah, a soft bag is flexible, sure, but a hard case might feel more ergonomic to carry, or it offers superior crush protection for delicate instruments. Some pros definitely prefer that, especially in really tough industrial settings.
So that competition forces the soft bag makers to innovate, right? They can't just offer a basic sack anymore.
Exactly. It forces a strategic pivot. They have to offer something more, maybe modularity, specialized compartments, really highlight the benefits of soft-sided storage to stand out against those tougher alternatives.
And speaking of tough, durability is a big one, isn't it? I mean, we've all probably had one of those really cheap tool bags at some point.
Oh, yeah. We know the type.
The ones where the zipper breaks halfway through a job, or a screwdriver pokes right through the fabric after just a few uses.
Happens all the time.
That's exactly the issue. They might look like a bargain, but they just don't last, especially for hard work. And that leads to unhappy customers, right? People end up having to buy replacements constantly, which is a real problem, especially in markets where price matters, but people still need to trust their gear.
Precisely. And connecting that thought, there's also this noticeable lack of standardization across the market in terms of design.
What do you mean, like sizes?
Sizes, shapes, features. Tool bags vary so widely, it can actually be confusing for people trying to find the right fit for their specific tools and how they work.
Right, like trying to find inserts or dividers that fit properly.
Exactly. The lack of consistent sizing or, say, modular features can put off professionals who need really dependable, maybe expandable solutions that fit their exact workflow,
Yeah.
especially if they use tools from different brands or keep adding new specialized gear.
Okay, so challenges exist, but despite those hurdles, there are some really cool trends reshaping things, which I found pretty fascinating.
There definitely are.
One of the big ones seems to be the shift towards better materials, high performance stuff, and also eco-friendly materials.
Yeah, that's a major development.
Manufacturers are investing heavily in things like water-resistant ballistic nylon, that super tough fabric, right?
Yeah.
Originally for military gear.
That's the one. Very tight weave, incredibly resistant to tears and scrapes.
And also recycled polyester. So these materials don't just make the bags way more durable and protective,
Which they absolutely do.
but they also appeal to that growing number of consumers who actually care about sustainability and want greener options from the brands they buy.
And building on that innovation point, what's truly transformative, I think, is the infusion of technology.
Tech in tool bags.
Seriously.
Mm.
Users today, they expect more than just, a passive box to hold stuff. They want features that actively help them work better, safer.
Like what kind of features?
Well, you're starting to see tool bags coming out with integrated USB charging ports.
For your phone or tablet on site.
Exactly. Or built-in LED lights for working in dark corners or low light conditions. And even things like RFID compartments.
RFID, like for tracking.
Yeah, radio frequency identification for smart tool tracking, so you can quickly scan or locate specific tools. Imagine how much time that saves instead of digging around for that one wrench on a busy site.
Wow.
These features are really valuable for, say, tech-savvy users, field engineers, anyone who prioritizes convenience, safety, and staying connected while they work.
Okay, USB ports, LED lights, RFID. That's a huge leap. What about making them more personal? Are we seeing like more customization?
Absolutely. Customization is another really big trend driving this evolution. Brands are offering more modular inserts, compartments you can reconfigure, designs tailored to specific needs.
So it's not just about picking a color anymore.
Not at all. It's a direct response to how specialized trades are becoming. A plumber needs different compartments for fittings than, say, an IT tech needs for delicate components, right?
Which makes sense.
And at the same time, you see these smart collaborations happening. Tool bag makers partnering with power tool brands.
Ah, like co-branded stuff.
Yeah, or bundled products. Those really resonate with loyal customers of a particular tool brand. These personalized, tailored solutions, they don't just improve how the bag works, they enhance the whole brand experience for the user.
So as we start to wrap up this deep dive, it's pretty clear we've uncovered quite a transformation, hasn't it?
It really has.
Tool bags, they're not just some afterthought accessory anymore. They're becoming this vital, even high-tech part of the professional toolkit.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen how these big shifts, the DIY boom, global construction growth, are pushing demand. We've talked about the challenges like competition and durability.
Which is still very real.
And how these really exciting innovations in materials, tech, and customization are basically defining where things are headed.
And that transformation is absolutely ongoing. With innovation still ramping up and global demand expanding, the tool bag market looks, well, it looks poised for steady growth. It's adapting, becoming much more customer-focused.
Yeah.
And it makes you think, right?
Yeah.
Consider the trends we talked about, using advanced materials like ballistic nylon or recycled polyester, adding tech features like USB ports, LEDs, RFID tracking, plus all the customization and brand collaborations.
It says a lot.
It really illustrates a broader shift in what we expect now, even from seemingly simple everyday items like a tool bag. So the question for you, the listener, is maybe, how does this evolution of the humble tool bag reflect those larger changes? Changes in how we work, how we organize ourselves, and how we demand innovation across pretty much all product categories now, from kitchen gadgets right through to our professional gear.